Welcome to 59 South William Street, Dublin. This is the address of the townhouse of Richard and Amelia Wingfield, or to give them their full titles, Lord and Lady Powerscourt. This was one of the places to be in the 18th century. Their main residence was Powerscourt Estate in County Wicklow, but they needed a Dublin pad to entertain when Lord Powerscourt was sitting in the House of Lords, situated in College Green. Number 59 was designed as a party house with great style, and it was here where trends were set. Would you like to see inside? Well, the key to open the door is your imagination. With just a little imagination, you can furnish the rooms and conjure up images and catch a glimpse of the life of the family who lived here. Once you unlock the door, you'll be transported back to the 18th century. So park your horses and carriages, walk up the stone steps. Ladies, check your petticoats and adjust your masks, and gentlemen, hold on to your wigs. Ready? Then turn the key. We've landed in the kitchen. Oh gosh, it's really hot in here. There are open fires, meat roasting on the spit, and bread baking in the oven. Cook uses herbs from the garden to spice up her recipes, and she salts, smokes, and pickles food. Dinner is served between 2 and 3 p.m, and when the Wingfields are entertaining, there are 2 courses and dessert to prepare. Sounds simple enough, but with up to 25 different dishes on each course, savoury and sweet mixed together, there's a lot of work. Lady Powerscourt decides on the menu, and cook will have to prepare mouth-watering dishes such as calf's head, jugged hare, turkey endive, pigeons with a cucumber sauce, leg of mutton, baked herrings, fricassee of eggs, oyster soup, pickled mackerel, lemon cheesecake, syllabub, preserved plums, and pistachio ice cream. No wonder she's hot and bothered. Maybe a cup of tea would help. No, hang on. Did you know tea is more expensive than champagne? And the housekeeper has it under lock and key. A pound of tea is 7 shillings and 6 pence, and a bottle of champagne is 8 shillings. Anyone for a glass? As you can see, there's no shortage of wine. Burgundy and claret, brandy and port, anything you want you can have. Cheers. Lord Powerscourt loves sitting here, looking out onto South William Street. It's his place to relax. He reads his newspaper, writes his journal, and drinks coffee. Compared to the kitchen, the dining room is an oasis of calm. The table is set with silver and glass and porcelain. Plate warmers, wine coolers, tureens, sauce boats, and exquisite centerpieces, all placed on a damask tablecloth. The food which cook has prepared is carried up from the kitchen and sometimes is quite cold by the time it reaches the dining room. During dinner, which can last for 2 or 3 hours, there are long discussions on politics, love and marriage, and dowries. There's plenty of gossip. Georgian houses are quite smelly, and you're probably getting a whiff or 2 of bad odours. There's no running water, and bathing anyway is unhealthy. Hot water opens pores. It's all about covering up the smell with handmade soaps, and of course cooks, lotions and potions help. Lord Powerscourt wears linen next to his skin to absorb the sweat, and wigs hide fleas and even mice. Have you a paper and pencil at hand? Because I'd like to share a recipe for conditioning your hair. It's 1 pound of hog's lard, 3 ounces of mutton suet, 3 ounces of beef marrow, and mix all that with oil, thyme, bergamot and cloves. Gorgeous. Lady Powerscourt, who is in charge of decorating the house, has chosen luxurious wallpapers and sparkling chandeliers. Mirrors hang over wonderful fireplaces, and there are French clocks, paintings and other treasures that Lord Powerscourt brought back from his grand tour. The finest Irish craftsmen, names you probably recognise, Michael Stapleton, James McCullough and Ignatius McDonough, were employed to do the magnificent stucco work on the walls and ceilings and the beautifully carved mahogany staircase. Lord and Lady Powerscourt want to wow us, and it's working. Oh gosh, you found me. And I'm wearing a mask. I like wearing a mask so I can be incognito when I'm walking around the townhouse. Lady Powerscourt and her friends wear masks when they go to the theatre so they can be anonymous. They can watch the audience and talk about people without being recognised. It's a good idea, isn't it? Another reason for wearing a mask is that it hides spots and blemishes. I love masks. Okay, the reason why I'm here is I wanted a sneak preview of what Lady Powerscourt is wearing this evening. Lady Powerscourt saw a picture of this dress in a French magazine, and she had it copied by her dressmaker. The fabric was bought in a shop in Dane Street. They source the taffeta and lace in Paris, and you can get beautiful silk there from Lyon if you need it. The dress is 4 foot either side, and it's held out by panniers. The only trouble is the doors of the townhouse are narrow, and to get through them, Lady Powerscourt has to turn sideways. There are frills and bows and lace. It's really beautiful. She wears buckled shoes underneath her dress with a high curved heel. Not to be outdone, Lord Powerscourt is very stylish too. He's going to wear a linen shirt, trousers, a waistcoat, a frock coat and a lace edge cravat. He also has buckled shoes, so Amelia and Richard will be dancing the night away. Headpieces are huge. This wig is powdered and it started off a mousy brown, but the latest colour these days is bright violet, which would go lovely with this dress, or pink or blue. So the higher you have your hair, the better, and false hair is added to natural hair. Sometimes there's padding to make it even higher, and ornaments. Maybe a ship or a bird cage could go into your hair. I'd like to share some of the latest beauty trends with you. The look that we're trying to achieve is elaborately artificial, so as unnatural as you can be. We'll start with the foundation. So we want to whiten our faces with lead mercury and sulfur all over your face. Just one little word of caution. Don't sit near a fire because your makeup will slide off. There are screens you can get to prevent against this. Eyebrows. Eyebrows should be really bushy. So if you find a mouse somewhere, just cut some hairs and attach them to your eyebrows. Your cheeks and lips should be flaming red. A wonderful trend at the minute is to highlight the veins in your hands with a blue pencil. I really love this look. Now, if you want to cover some of the poxy marks on your face, I have a really good tip. Cut up some material, it can even be leather, and keep them in a patch box, little squares of material. In fact, a lovely look is to match your beauty spot, that's what it's called, with your dress. So you attach a tiny little bit of material with adhesive onto your face. Now, be careful where you put your beauty spot because it speaks volumes. On the left-hand side, it tells someone that you're engaged. Right-hand side, you're married. And near your lips, you want to be kissed. Oh, I think I hear Lady Powerscourt coming up the stairs. She probably wants to get ready for the ball tonight. So I'll have to say goodbye. Can you hear the tinkling of the piano? Lady Powerscourt loves to play the piano in here, and sometimes there's a great sing-song. Of course you can play cards here. Do you fancy a game of whist or poker? Would you like the pleasure of the next dance, which happens to be a minuet? Ladies, lead with your bosoms, and gentlemen, show off your calves. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sadly, it's time for us to leave the 18th century. The Georgians thought they lived in the best of all possible worlds. Maybe they were right. One thing's for sure, they built houses to last. And you can visit the Townhouse next time you're in Dublin town. Number 59 South William Street is today Powerscourt Townhouse Centre. Of course the Wingfields don't live here anymore, but the rooms where Lord and Lady Powerscourt entertained their guests now house shops which faithfully mirror their past. You can still be wowed by the magnificent plasterwork on the walls and ceilings, the polished floors, and the beautifully carved staircase that leads to the ballroom, which is now an art gallery. Fashion has changed, but style remains, and you'll find so much that is stylish in the centre. Designer shops with clothes, jewellery, antiques. You might even discover something that belonged to the Wingfields. A hair salon, cafes and bars to eat and drink in and to party the night away. A case of history repeating itself. The Wingfields would definitely approve. In Lord Powerscourt's bedroom, which is article on the first floor, you'll find a charming children's picture book, Lady Powerscourt's Disappearing Dress, written by Shireen Marcus and illustrated by Tarsila Cruz, which reimagines the Wingfields and their life in the townhouse. You'll love it. For more information, check out powerscourtcentre.ie, and thank you for dropping by.